Hey everybody, so on today's episode of the Gun Buff channel, I just wanted to show you a very cool new development. This is the first built-in Crimson Trace laser that I have seen on shields before. This one happens to be in 40, but it comes on the 9, the 40, and the 45. This is the M2 shield, so it has the enhanced trigger and ergonomics, but it's awesome. Look at that. So instead of an accessory rail, you get 2 activation buttons, right? But you get a built-in laser. So that is just fantastic, right? So you press it once, it comes on. You press it again, it flashes, and then you press it a third time and it's off. And it's the same way on either side. So you can press it with your support side or your trigger finger, depending on whatever way you like to do it. But that is just a really very nicely made unit right there. It's very snag free, it's very smooth, and I just absolutely love lasers on my defensive handguns. So you should really consider getting a factory installed laser if you can. That does cost more money, but it is less bulky and clunky than ones that you slide on rails. Now the disadvantage is that you do not have an ability to put a light on here, so you're going to have to, you know, do the FBI technique or whatever and hold your flashlight. But this is a very, like I said, compact, snag free, smooth way to operate. So it's definitely something to check it out. Lots of manufacturers have them, right? Ruger is doing this, Smith & Wesson's doing this. So you should really look into that. It's very fantastic. And I have to also tell you that the green is just super brilliant, right? You can just see it so much easier than the red. It goes further as well. So it holds that point nice and tight at a further distance. But you should really absolutely check out factory installed lasers. They're very awesome, and Crimson Trace is probably the best in the field. So we'll finish up like we always do with pros and cons. So the pros of these factory built-in lasers are that really it is snag free, right? Very compact. It's smaller than most of the lasers out there. And of course it's cool, right? But the cons, well, it does cost more to buy a complete unit like this at the time of purchase. So you decide whether you're going to pay now or pay later. And then the other disadvantage is, of course, you give up rail. So you can't pick the light or laser you want. You get whatever's on board. So some people that will be a problem for. Some people it won't. If you've already invested in equipment, it could be a problem. But in this case, I think when you're talking about defensive handguns, particularly ones that people tend to pocket carry and or inside the waistband carry, anything you can do to keep the gun thin, right, very thin and snag free is the way to go. I mean, look how thin that is, right? The whole gun is incredibly thin, right? And this doesn't stick out, it doesn't snag. It's just a really good way to go. And I really highly encourage you, if you haven't done it already, you really need to put a laser on your defensive gun. Whether it's a long gun, whether it's a short gun, a handgun, it doesn't matter. You need a laser on there. The ability to shoot around objects and you not having to expose yourself is very important. And also, that laser gives you something to focus on. So if you put the laser on the threat, you will focus on that threat. And trust me, if a bad guy's here, you're going to be focusing on the bad guy, not on your front sight. It's very difficult. That's why people shoot a lot in gunfights and hit very little. So this should help you with that. I highly recommend you spend the money and consider getting a laser. Red or green doesn't matter. Whether it's built in or on board really doesn't matter. Getting one is what counts. So if you like these type of videos, please do me a huge favor. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. Be safe and be good.